Welcome back to another first impression, this time for the anime The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. Synopsis on any list. Serafina, the West's fiercest knight, expected torture when captured by barbarians. Instead, she got a marriage proposal. Marrying her sworn enemy is a hard no. But after seeing her wedding captors, the culture, and very pretty face, she may be tempted to swap her sword for a wedding veil. Get ready for the ultimate enemies to maybe lovers arc. Synopsis is pretty explanatory here. We have Serafina, our main character, which is a blonde woman. She is part of a kingdom, and the kingdom is not doing well. So they want to expand their land to get access to new fertile land. And for that, they send expeditions. She is part of one of those expeditions. She's known as the Crystal Helm because of her peculiar armor. She's very strong. She fights against these barbarians. They lose, she gets captured. As is described here, she expected to be tortured or what else. But instead, the guy that defeated her, which is the guy on the right here with the white hair, he wants to marry her. Because they, the barbarians, one of their traditions is that whenever they fight and they defeat female knights, they want to take them back and make them their wives. That is essentially it. That is the reason why she got proposed to, because she's strong, she's a female knight, and that is what they want in a wife. Now, as she's living here and finding out more about the culture, about this guy, about what is going on here, she finds out that this whole area is not as green as she or the kingdom believes it is. This area is very dangerous. It has a lot of enemies, not enemies, a lot of monsters and beasts they need to defend against. That is why these barbarians, this culture, they are very focused on fighting because they have to be able to live here. That is one of the reasons they most likely want strong women, because strong parents means strong child, means more fighter, survival of the group, essentially. The whole show has it is a mix of comedy, action, and a little bit romance between our main character Serafina and this guy. And that is mostly it. There's naturally more going on. She finds out that she finds more races here that live with these guys, with these barbarians in quotation. And they more or less formed like a little pact together because they need to defend against something called fiends, which we don't really see at the beginning what fiends really are. But it seems to be something more dangerous than the dragons they are already fighting. And that is mostly what the show is about. Her living here, learning more about the culture, having a little bit of comedy and romance between her and this guy. And there's a lot of culture shock as well, because she's coming from the kingdom, she is somewhat of a noble, if I recall correctly. And here it is a little bit, it's a different culture. I mean, understandably, they do stuff differently here. And apart from that, we have a little bit action, couple fights, again monster, against other people. It's a little bit of a hot pot of these three categories: comedy, action, romance. Animation is fine, nothing special, serviceable. The art style is not bad. I don't know what they do, but some scenes, it feels like the characters have a special outline, so they look a little bit, it looks a little bit more distinct, even though the art style is not really that distinct in my opinion. I have no idea what exactly they do. But overall, it's fine. It has a little bit, some aspects are a little bit, they push a little bit in some aspects, but in my opinion, I would like them to do a bit more of that. I feel like a lot of people stuck with the show because of the ending of the first episode, which was, pushing the boundaries quite a bit. And I would have liked that to be more the case. Just for a little bit of a switch up. But it does not seem like we are going that way. There are also some questions there in the air. One big question is what is going on with this girl? She seems to be like the attendant of this guy. But I don't really know why. It never got explained what the relationship is there. Hopefully we get to find that out at some point. Not much else to say really. Already yapped enough. Let's see ratings. We have 67% on any list, 6.88 on my anime list. I would also say it's like a 7 out of 10. It's fine for what it is. You can waste your time with it. It's nothing special. It tries to be a little bit of a different romance, I guess. Again, with some action here and there. But for me, I would have liked if they were to push a little bit more like the end of episode 1.